Hey everyone, it's Jalan back at again with another episode of my weekly recap. Today currently is August 13th and this is going to be episode 32 of my weekly recap. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So this past week was my first week at Intel. Just working with Intel but not formally employed by Intel. So and this whole week has gone by kind of tedious in my opinion because I was doing a lot of orientation stuff and doing a lot of setting up of my equipment and accounts between the employers and the HR paperwork and all the online training, which I still have more to do, which is absolutely tedious. So um, it's just that's just the way it is, right? First week of work, you just gotta get all the paperwork in, get familiar, making sure you're in the system, and we are making sure that I'm ready to go for this upcoming week, which is this week. And thankfully, I did have an opportunity to dig through and work in, do some experiment in the environment. I'm really thankful for one of the guys who is helping me out and who is getting me familiar with the infrastructure and the systems and the workflow of my team. So really appreciate his effort and him taking his time to help me out with helping me to get up to speed on what I need to do. So, and aside from that, haven't done very much. However, I did make some major adjustments, which is, since the commute to and from work is quite long, so I started listening to podcasts. I think that was one of the things I was really doing consistently a year ago when I was doing personal development, business development, and that's one of the components I found that was missing in my life is that I didn't have the positivity and the positive mindset and the mindset of just and the ambition to keep learning. And at that point, I felt like this past year, I felt like I was kind of stagnant and it wasn't really going anywhere, it wasn't really growing. So, and that's one of the reasons why I would really want to take advantage of this time. If instead of listening to music and other non-essential stuff, I want to allocate that time to just feeding my brain and just keep on learning. And which is the best way is to listen to audiobooks and podcasts. And what I found is that podcast is absolutely wonderful, and they're very, you get a lot of free content from a lot of the creators who are successful and who are interviewing, and people are sharing their experiences, and really, for me, just grabbing nuggets from their experiences, and I can definitely see the changes just from this past week and how where my mindset is and how I think about different things and when different situations come up throughout the week. So I'm really excited about this journey and getting back to the podcast world and just learning in general, right? And along with that, I started carrying a book. I'm just finishing up this book and start reading at lunch instead of going on my phone. And I think one of the things that most successful people do is that they have a huge they read every day, right? They have a huge library collection. So, and I just wanna just allocate some time, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, during lunch break, after you eat lunch, and just try to feed as much as you can into the brain that's outside of what I'm doing at work, and just overall engage and be hungry to learn about different things. And I think one just from reading this the psychology of influence of persuasion, it definitely highlights some of the book talks about uses a lot of examples, and I can definitely relate to or daily examples that we see on a regular basis or we have encountered throughout our normal life. and really see how those different tactics and different techniques that people uses, or the strategy that people uses to in our daily life, and see how that kind of unfolds is really very interesting to me. So definitely going to be keeping up doing those two things: is listening to podcasts as well as reading more at lunch, and just engage in turn on that learning switch again. So that's pretty much what I've done, and I'm going to continue to do that this upcoming week, and just keep on going, right? So with that being said, that's all I really have for the this past week, this first week at a new work. So hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, and this is a new week, week two. I'm definitely going to crush it, and I hope you continue to grow, and I will talk to you guys next week. Talk to you soon.